So I actually have to change the intro. So we're going to go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome or welcome back to another episode of the One More Thing Tech podcast. As always, I'm your host, Quasi.
And I'm Adam.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is a big day for us. This is episode number 52 out of 52, right? So we've been doing this officially for a year, right? We've had some ups, we've had some downs. But the most important part is we're celebrating our one-year anniversary, and we want to celebrate with you, right? So you might have heard us mention over the last couple of episodes that we're doing a giveaway, and really, my bad, everybody. I dropped the ball. I did not market the giveaway enough, and just nobody knew about it. This is on me. I take responsibility. But, guys, you still have till Friday, right? On Friday, or I guess you have till... Let's extend it till Sunday so that you have like 2 days after watching this episode to sign up for the giveaway, right? And on Sunday we'll go live on TikTok and we'll do the drawing live. So join us Sunday at around, let's say, 5 p.m. Central Time.
You do realize
6 p.m. Eastern.
that's Easter, right?
Yeah, it definitely is Easter.
Just making sure you're aware of that.
Yeah, I'll be free. Sorry, I should have asked you if you're going to be free. Are you free around 6 on Easter? Okay, we'll figure it out, guys. It might be that one.
We'll make it work, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's important. Remember to enter. You're going to have to like, subscribe, and comment, and then just send us that screenshot. And then once you're in the drawing. Also, these videos take a lot of time to put out. And according to our YouTube analytics, 99% of, it's actually more than 99, but 99% of people who watch our videos are just not subscribed at all. So I'm going to have to ask you guys, please, if you like the content, if you enjoy what we do, hit that like button, subscribe. Actually, I would prefer you subscribe rather than hit that like button if you have to choose one of the two. But if it's possible for you to do both, we'd really appreciate that. Now, I've yapped for a good 2 minutes. Adam, would you like to start us off?
I would. So, I know it's April Fool's, right? We know this for today of recording. But what's not really an April Fool's joke is something that Apple's going to do that I'm excited for, Quasi. Okay. You know those iMacs they come out with, some years ago, and they're making some adjustments, every year almost for them? They are going above and beyond and bringing OLED displays to the iMacs. And Quasi is going to pull up the image of the iMacs I'm talking about, not the old, decrepit ones that are coming back. I'm talking about the ones with the colors that have about one or two options that are good, but the iMacs that people fell in love with, and an OLED panel is a huge upgrade.
The ones old and decrepit? Oh, wait, hold on. Old and decrepit? I just don't believe that at all.
No, not these. The really old
older
ones.
ones. I just don't believe that they're old or decrepit at all. I thought they had a great design. Obviously, this is a better design, but I just don't think they had a bad design at all.
No, the design's not bad. I'm talking about they're currently in retirement state.
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That. Oh, okay. Wonderful.
They are not attending the Apple events because they're on walkers right now. Maybe wheelchairs or, if they skydive, they had to have someone with them when they skydive. It's kind of like that. It's one of those situations. Any case, I'm a huge fan of OLED. IPS panels, LEDs, all that stuff was a great thing back in the olden days. But we're kind of in the future now, and there really should not be a screen out there. It's not an OLED or mini LED at this point. And that goes for anything, just anything. Why is that? Why is the ROG Ally X and the Xbox Ally X, why was there not even consideration for an OLED screen? That hurts me to the core. That $1,000 device doesn't have an OLED screen. That's what I'm trying to say. Any case, they're going to have this coming up, and we don't know the exact date of this yet. We're guessing between this year and next year is when they're going to be announced. And I'm looking forward to this by a great multitude because it's really the last device that has a screen from Apple that's not going to be OLED. So it's QD
Yeah.
OLED to Quantum Dot OLED, which is going to be just a huge upgrade, Quasi, from what we have now. 160 dots per inch.
Oh wow.
Man, it's so great. What are your thoughts, Quasi?
I mean, yeah. So obviously, we know that with that OLED panel, we're going to be seeing higher brightness, and other. I think the article stated that Apple put it in a special order from Samsung, which, if you didn't know, Apple and Samsung have sort of a symbiotic relationship where they provide dang near everything for each other. And Apple constantly buys Samsung displays and stuff. So just knowing that Samsung has that technology and that technology is out in the world, I keep looking kind of down because I'm so used to using my Mac's camera, but my camera's up here now, so I have to kind of focus up here. But that's not the point. It's nice to know that Samsung has that technology and they're able to put it out in the world. And I think that this is a great starting point for everywhere else. I feel like this technology is going to come to a lot more all-in-one displays and just displays in general, which I think is obviously for the betterment of the entire human society. So I'm not upset at this. I have no issues, and I really like it.
Yeah, it's really the only thing that's not affected by the AI data centers. The prices of OLED has not
Yes.
gone up so far. I shouldn't say it out loud, I guess, because I'll find a way.
We don't want that.
Yeah, I know. This is very true. So anyway, this is coming between this year and next year is the projected release date of this. I'm excited. And we want to know what you guys think in the comments below because this is a big change for Apple in this section of product category. Just let us know what you guys think. If you like it, don't like it. Are you thinking this is going to be a huge price increase? You don't want to see this? Let us know in the comments below.
All right, moving on. We like to talk about the Apple leaks, and this week we have some upcoming product refreshes that we want to talk about. So obviously, with every year comes a new iPhone. So we're expecting to see Apple launching the new iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max, which will have obviously the A20 Pro. And here's a kicker: it's supposed to have a smaller dynamic island, and also in addition to that, variable aperture cameras. Now, let me just make sure I know what I'm talking about when I say aperture. Aperture. I'm pretty sure it's like how much light it can take in, but aperture. Yes, the adjustable opening within the camera lens modeled after the human eye. That controls the amount of light reaching the sensor. Yes, just like I thought.
You're correct.
So,
good job, Quasi.
Yeah, the fact that you can control how much light it takes in, absolutely insane, right? In addition to that, foldable iPhone, right? So, Adam, I don't know if you saw this, but the other day there was a new foldable phone that came out. I can't remember who it was, but on this phone there's no crease. Like you can't feel the crease, and I think that's absolutely amazing. But I can't remember what kind of phone it is. But iPhone.
Well, you should have sent that because I did not
that's
see
on
that,
me.
which is shocking.
It was a Marquez Brownlee video. I'll just send it real quick. YouTube, MKBHD. Guys, bear with me. Oh, it's actually the most recent video, and I must have seen it yesterday.
I did not see that one yesterday. I do feel wrong about that,
C.
not seeing that.
And I can actually, since I'm here, I might as well just watch the video and tell you guys what the phone was called.
Really should. And we'll break up this topic because there's a lot
The
to discuss.
Oppo
in
Find
this.
N6, right?
Oh, the Oppo.
So-
yeah, okay, I heard about that.
Yeah, so
Good job.
Yeah, no, great jobs to you guys. Good job at Oppo. But hopefully the iPhone Fold, sorry, will be coming with a similar design where you cannot feel the crease. Also, it might have a smaller display than other foldable phones is something that we're seeing. Like it's gonna be like short and stocky instead of like long as a phone, but then when it opens up, it's gonna be like the iPad aspect ratio. So that's as far as it goes in terms of iPhones. Adam, do you have anything you want to add?
I just do. I'm excited for what this iPhone category is going to bring, because we have a new category of iPhone in the lineup. And as I get closer to this release, I'm just super curious about the Fold. And here's why. We have seen so many companies had disastrous launch of a foldable device, and they gotten better over the years, which is a great thing. Like, remember the Pixel Fold when that came out?
Yeah, I actually do.
It was like that was probably the worst, worse than Samsung's. Like, you could peel off the screen protector and it was like broken. But like their own native apps didn't fit the screen, which is like probably something they should have done. So that was a big issue. But I just have a feeling that Apple's going to do it right, because there's so much competition in this market, and they can see so many points of failure from other competition. But here's the thing. Just don't put the team that does Siri in charge of this, because they do nothing right now. It's so bad.
Whoa, Adam, hold on. Let me stop you right there. I will say, to Siri's credit, it has some amazing voice options that you can select from. Like, my Siri is Australian, and I absolutely love it.
That doesn't defer for the fact that,
Hey,
like,
you said they do
asking it
absolutely
simple
nothing
things.
right. I just have to, sure, Siri might not be the smartest, what's it called, assistant, but
Not
she's
even-
getting there.
No, here's why. When I ask it something, it often doesn't listen to me, but a secondary voice in the background that says something about crackers, which is not Siri at all, it picks it up and starts listening to that conversation, and I often gotta stop it. Or
What's that
if I'm
soft
typing
voice
a
yesterday?
text to somebody else,
Came up.
I'm just
Soft
saying, like,
voice.
it just needs to get better. With the new updates we're seeing in iOS 27, Craig Federighi, if you're listening to this video, just please do us a favor and spend as much time on Siri as you do your hair. It'll be a lot better. Siri, I'm telling you. His hair is like flawless, right? Just
That's
put
true.
that effort into Siri. It's all I'm saying. And I'll be glad to see that. But here's the thing. I'm getting closer to liking the full concept. I'm still not fully there. I will probably not get this phone this year. I'm telling you right now, there's just no way. But I'm more just wanting a larger screen, but not taking up that huge screen real estate in my pocket. If that makes sense.
I get that.
And here's the thing about it too. Watching content will be better. Now, it's not going to be 16:9 aspect ratio, correct? It's going to be different than that? Did you say that?
I did watch that in the video that I sent you yesterday, but hold on, I should probably fact check it. Trust but verify. Bear with me. Here we go.
I don't think anybody knows right now, to be honest.
Excuse me? I completely missed what you said.
I'm not sure if anybody knows what the aspect ratio is going to be with the screen.
Okay, so
We know the size. That doesn't mean that we know the aspect.
here, let me show you this. This is what I saw in the video. So this is kind of what it's going to look like when it opens, according to Marquez Brownlee. And let's let him get his quick 5 seconds.
And we talked about this. That leaves you with the square when you open it up, which is bigger, but it is a little bit compromised. It's not as good for widescreen media, things like that. But this iPhone Fold is supposed to be more of a small passport style. So a short, squat, like 5.5-inch display while it's closed. And then that opens up to an almost 8-inch widescreen, kind of like a portable iPad mini. There's a little bit of a
Yeah.
Okay.
So according to Marquez Brownlee, I don't want to take credit for that, especially not if it's wrong. That'd be really funny if I confidently backed up my favorite YouTuber and we were just both dead wrong.
I am just about pretty confident that he is 100% correct with that. So
Absolutely,
the CADs have been
He
leaked.
has a great track record.
Yeah, so the CADs have for sure been secured and leaked, and they're in production right now. And there's a rumor stating just recently that Tim Cook is actively using it right now for internal testing purposes. So, I don't know. have any slight of an adjustment with your original wanting to fold, seeing more things of it now? I'm not saying you're going to buy it this year. I'm just saying, like, do you have more of a want status increase with this device? I would love you to be honest with me.
Okay, so if you remember, one of my biggest issues was that, first and foremost, hold on, I have to sneeze. Okay, I actually did sneeze this time, unlike earlier when I said I had to sneeze. I just kind of
I hate when that happens too.
But
it sucks.
So one of my issues with the foldable phone industry is that I don't want to slide my finger across the screen and feel a crease. But in addition to that, I said that the Fold needs to choose one. It can either be a phone or it can be a tablet, right? Because, you know, a guy like me, I use my iPad mini pretty much daily, right? There's been very few days this year in which my iPad mini has seen little to no use. So my thing has always been that it has to choose one. But the way that this Oppo has taken away one of those two issues, granted, it's not the world's greatest phone and it's not the world's greatest tablet, but it's 80% of both of those. And much like the greatest player of all time conversation, if you're 80% of everything, then you're just like, you're better than somebody who's 100% at one thing and can't do much of anything else. So I think that also, if you guys can pick up on it, I love LeBron James. But I think that I'm definitely leaning more towards getting it than not getting it now. Like, it's starting to call my name. However, I will be buying a Vision Pro before I buy a foldable phone, if that makes sense.
Here's what I'm saying. So I know you're trying to say that you would not be purchasing this as a replacement for your iPad mini.
Correct.
And a phone, right? You would get it for a phone function and also use the iPad mini. So I think the use case of, like, I don't know if Apple is trying to eliminate the iPad mini or eliminate the iPad use case. I think they're just trying to make the device used primarily a larger screen for more things, right? So, like, let's say Quake's going on a trip, right? Backpack's full of stuff he needs to have, you know? And, like, maybe you can't fit your iPad without having a carry-on luggage, which is going to cost you so much more. No, like, you know, what if you got to pack a lot more stuff?
Adam, did you know my iPad mini can fit in my pocket?
I'm not saying it can't, Quasi. I'm just saying, like, just for argument's sake, what if there was just no way you can fit that iPad mini in the bag because maybe you bought gifts for, like, I don't know, for Easter or something like that, and you can't just bring that. And now, you know?
The gifts are staying. The iPad, on the list of priorities, I will leave everything but my iPad and my phone if I have to.
So, like, but you would get a Fold, not to replace your iPad, but just for a phone being that big, and still use the iPad, which you can do. That's the thing.
I don't like big phones, right? We've heard this constantly, but I think I would get it to have it to where on, like, trips I could have that instead, like how you're saying, and not have to worry about, because I guess one good thing about it is I don't have to worry about where I place my phone and then where I place my iPad because they're one device. But I just can't guarantee.
Keep this in mind though too. Marquez just said, and we just now confirmed this a little more in depth. It's not the same height as the iPhone Pro Max. Yeah, up and down. Height. I said it completely wrong. Man, it's really early, guys. Just so you know. In my head, it sounds so much better than when I said it, and it was still wrong. But it's taller. It's not as tall as either iPhone right now, right? It's just going to be shorter. So I know one that you complain about with the Pro Max is the reachability of from the top to the bottom, right? Even from side to side. So the big difference is going to be now it's not going to be as tall, and it's a lot. The way it's designed is not going to be more of like this is a device that you use for an umbrella and sunglasses too. It's a little more personable than the size category, so it's not going to be too obscene in any case. So that's, for me, different, and I like that concept. But I know that price point is going to just be horrendous. I mean, on top of their projected price point even a couple of years ago when they were thinking about this, right? Now we're talking about the RAM and storage increases and all that stuff too. That's going to be a factor. We cannot ignore that. And it's hard. It's harder to know this is going to be. And this device could also follow the same idea of no creases at all. I mean, they've had some time to get this right. I mean, it's been at least 3 to 4 years we know that they've been working on this exact iPhone. So all I gotta say is I have high hopes for it, and I do think that in the lineup this year when this comes out, Fold's gonna be the absolute most selling iPhone there is possible, hands down.
It's definitely more than a possibility.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only downside is gonna be the price point. You know, you have to drop a couple G's at least to get this.
And again, with that couple G's, I'd much, much rather purchase the GOAT of all devices in the in the Apple Vision Pro. Matter of fact, can I just say, Adam, last night I was asleep, right? And I dreamt that I had a Vision Pro. And when I woke up this morning, I was so upset. Let me tell you something. I've never been more upset in my life than when I woke up this morning because I realized I wasn't actually doing all this, right?
Would you be more upset that it wasn't there or that you woke up and it was there and you had no idea how it got there?
That it wasn't there. If it gets there, it gets there. You know, it's not.
I'm just saying, yeah, but no one's going to believe that if they found it.
If someone were to steal it for me, I would not be upset.
You would be upset because if you got arrested,
like, Quasi, what the heck?
For something you didn't even do.
Hey. Yeah, but I have an alibi. I was here all night. Me and my roommate were here. There's nothing. There's a camera that would have seen me leave my apartment, and I just didn't leave my apartment. Also, we don't have a car, so I can't steal it at the moment.
If a Best Buy employee though is going to say that Quasi stole this, the cops are going to believe them, which our experience at Best Buy, Quasi.
This is true. I walked in Best Buy and the alarms all went off. It was very interesting,
For not even touching anything.
Standing next to the phone and it just beep.
Someone's got a button back there. They're just pushing it just in case there's I don't know.
Best Buy doesn't actually sell Vision Pros, which is some of the saddest news you'll ever hear in your life.
You literally have to only get it from
Apple.
From Apple. The reason why is because of the
lenses?
That demo, and you have to get fitted for it. And the Best Buy could do that, but I'm not sure if they're going to want that experience because it's very much going to be a push to also buy other products while you're there getting fitted for it. I would love to get one too. And Apple, I'm just saying, Quasi and Adam would love to test this and just happen to keep it afterwards because
if you just want to give it away. Hey,
you're talking about the number one Apple podcast.
I could be the greatest Apple fanboy of all time. I'm just saying.
Just saying. But speaking of that, though, if that's the iPhone lineup, which is a huge amount of lineup. I like that. We're also looking at the Apple Watch Series 12 and Ultra. And at this point in time, it's so weird for me to say as Quasi that the Series 12 display is larger than the Ultra. I never thought I'd say that out loud. Huh? That's how it is now.
Interesting, isn't it?
It's just, I don't get that. But it's not a bad thing, though. And at this point, I don't know why you would not get an Ultra. And that means you Quasi as well, because it is just that look of it, Quasi. It just
is the reason I don't want it.
And that's
that
really,
the exact reason
that's,
I don't want it.
See, I think if you just go and open your eyes when you see it next time instead of closing them, you'll understand how much better it really is. It is, my wife is not into Apple Watches like I am, and when she got the Ultra, she will never go back.
Never go back. She's not going back because she just wants to make you happy, though? I feel like that's something that spouses do quite often.
No. Well, she had a choice to not get an Ultra. She definitely had a choice to not get one, and she still chose it.
Yeah,
I didn't make her get one. No. I told her what I was getting, and she also decided.
I don't believe it.
We're gonna have a communication text chain in it, and we're gonna have that.
You want me to ask her what?
I'm telling you, no. She's made some incoherent discussions about switching to Android, and I said that's not.
Ooh, Adam, let me tell you something. You got to nip that in the bud right now, right?
I'm doing my best at that. I mean,
you got to tell her. It's way better on this side. The grass always looks greener, but what do we learn from that one fairy tale? It's just not. It's just not greener at all.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's just. I know that some of the devices look nice. But it's like the HP laptops. They look great on the outside, and then you're like, ugh. They're not good. They're not good.
This is completely unrelated. But yesterday, I heard my MacBook's fans for the first time. I was unaware that they even worked.
Even you have to know that they're there.
But, I heard, they were going, right? And it was awesome. I opened up multiple video editing softwares. I had DaVinci Resolve open, I had Premiere Pro open, and I had Final Cut Pro open. And I was editing the same video on all three. And for once in my life, sure, the RAM didn't go exactly where I expected it to, but for once in my life, my CPU was above 50%.
Wow!
Oh my goodness,
that's a huge accomplishment. Really, it is.
I've been trying forever.
Speaking of huge accomplishments, I know we mentioned this before in the podcast, but it was brought to my attention yesterday again too, that the MacBook Neo far better than what people thought it was going to be.
Just great device,
right? Like, my friend actually mentioned that he's thinking about getting one. I'm like, you gotta let me check it out when you do. Just don't get a bad color. But the point is that when people are trying to stress test it, and it gets for what it lacks in specs from what you think. I think people realize that, oh my gosh, this is only, 8 gigs of RAM for a Neo. It's got to be atrocious. Don't think of the Windows side of 8 gigs of RAM. It's not the same at all. Mac OS is what we call
RAM for Mac
optimized.
Is 16.
No, it's more
they've been saying that for years. It's not even I thought it was factually incorrect. It's not factually incorrect at all.
16
gigs of RAM is 32.
It's so good. It's amazing how wonderful that works. And what a ballsy move to put an iPhone processor as the Mac's only processor. Right? That's a bold statement. And that's really indirectly promoting how good the iPhone chip is. I'm very proud of them, and great job. And man, I just wish it had more RAM and still more storage for that base price. Give us at least a 512. That's all I'm saying. There's one issue, and you can agree with this, Quasi, with macOS, that really burns me so badly. It's under the storage settings, how there's the other and system and whatever else that you cannot modify, and Apple's only response to date is this. Well, just wipe it and they'll go away. You can't clear that yourself. I've seen so many Macs where it's they have a 128 or 256, and over 200 gigs is just this other that you can't clear out, that's caches and everything else. And you can really dig down deep and try to get some of it out, but you can't clear that without doing a wipe. That is my only major complaint about macOS. And they've done nothing to address it. And it's been talked about for years. So Craig Federighi, we might email you to see what you might have in store for that. Because, Dub is coming up in June. So you have an opportunity to fix this and make it so much better, which is hard to believe, but you can. That's all I'm saying. But back to, I still think Quasi should get an Apple Watch Ultra. He got the Pro Max.
I want a Vision Pro before I buy that. Let me tell you.
You can have both.
I think I'd buy a Galaxy XR before I buy an Apple Watch Ultra.
Quasi, those are really disgusting words you just said.
I just don't even think that that's an insane thing to say. I know it's kind of crazy to say, but I don't think it's insane.
It's insane. That would be a treacherous choice.
You get NBA League Pass for the entire season if you buy one of those. And it's half the price of a Vision Pro.
That'd be like someone saying, you buy this Apple Watch band, you get an entire year McDonald's fries for free. Wouldn't do that at all. I wouldn't even consider that.
Who wouldn't? Why wouldn't you do that?
McDonald's fries?
McDonald's fries are goated. When
Goated.
people think of fries, they are thinking of McDonald's fries. They're not thinking of
You're right,
anybody
people
else.
are. They shouldn't be, though. They shouldn't be.
Dude, did you know that McDonald's fries have beef tallow? And there's oh my goodness. Let me.
So
not,
does like a
'cause
lot of
people-
other ones, you know
people
that,
must
right?
think I like always eat at McDonald's. I eat other places. Okay.
Rarely.
I don't only eat at McDonald's.
You probably
I'd
go there
love
more
to,
often than you
no.
don't.
No, actually, yesterday I went to Domino's.
Okay.
Actually, I haven't had
You know.
McDonald's yet this week or last week, but I will definitely be having McDonald's on Friday. Friday's my cheat day. Although
We
I had
could go
pizza
on to
yesterday.
things that are actually good, like the iPad
Oh.
section, Quasi.
Yeah, so sorry. I've digressed.
No, I just don't associate good McDonald's in my head.
Oh.
That's just me.
You
know, business-wise-
conversation before.
Business-wise, they do really good business stuff.
They do.
But
They do
no-
half-decent
no,
business
like-
stuff.
Yeah, except their monopoly scandal that they had, because no one's ever won that ever.
Really?
No one ever
That's
has.
unfortunate.
Well, because you can't. You gotta
Well, I
spend
assume so.
$450 million in McDonald's to even get like Boardwalk and Park Place. Basically, I don't know. Like,
So I
you
actually
can't
had
win.
Boardwalk, and I just couldn't find Park Place to save my life this year.
Exactly.
Mind
You'd
you,
have
I
to
got
go to
McDonald's in
like
6 different
Alaska.
states. I was so upset.
Yeah, you have to go out to Alaska to some like there's just McDonald's in like this hut that you have to like row a boat to get to or something just to get that or something. I don't know. Like you have a better chance to win the lottery in 8 states than getting to win that monopoly thing. It was a
It's just not
huge
great at
scam.
all.
It's a huge scam. But anyway, how about these iPads,
Yeah.
Quasi? Because I know
So-
you're looking forward to a specific one of the iPads coming out.
Most definitely. Obviously, the base iPad, which will now be the iPad 12, is going to be getting a huge jump in chips. They're going from the A16 to the A18, or possibly the
Or-
A19, and that will all have
That's a
Apple
massive jump.
Intelligence support. Yeah. And then, obviously, the greatest, most elite iPad ever at being an iPad, the iPad mini, is finally seeing another upgrade with an OLED display, right, and a vibration-based speaker system. But we're going to see either the A19 Pro, or get this, Adam, we might see an A20 Pro chip in the iPad mini, in addition to a water-resistant design. And this is 1,000% the year I'm upgrading.
Well,
the second
you
it
mentioned
comes
you
out,
didn't
purchase
forget. There's the OLED display. Does it have
I
OLED
definitely
now?
mentioned that. No, it's not OLED now. It's
Okay.
I,
That's
I
a
just
big
thought
upgrade.
That was a little bit. I mean, it's a great upgrade, but
That,
just the chipset that it's coming with.
Don't say just great, Quasi. That is underselling this. This is an upgrade that's monumental in the iPad category for a mini device, a small device. It's a huge upgrade. OLED display, vibration-based speaker system, which is what they have now in the Pros. That's in the screen kind of thing. And then water-resistant design. Not that people should be taking that into the pool or the bathtub.
I've never taken my iPad.
But
to
you
the
know,
pool,
but you can now.
yeah, if you
that's-
spill water on it accidentally, it's not going to completely short circuit.
Well, would you like to see a MagSafe option for an iPad Mini? Just
Extra
asking.
option? I just
Not
like,
okay. I'll define
it'd be a nice
MagSafe
feature to have.
on the back.
MagSafe in-
That MagSafe, not the
MagSafe
what
on
you
the
see on the
back?
Mac. Yeah.
That,
Just
that was
asking.
my question. I was going to ask that. I can't see a specific use case for that type of MagSafe. I can definitely understand like the
It's light
charging
enough.
port MagSafe, but I don't know. Because it'd be really rough to try and find where it aligns on the back. Because on the back of your phone, it doesn't have the. Also, no other iPad wirelessly charges. Now that
I know.
think about it.
I just, it's just an idea I'm throwing around because I'm just curious.
It'd be cool to see. Like
It would be.
it's not going to detract from the experience. It can only make it better. So
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of nice, because what's the current iPad Mini charge as? 20 watts, right?
I think it's 25.
25. It'd just be a nice way to charge it. You know, I don't know. I think it'd be great.
So
Okay, while Quasey's doing
it's
that,
definitely 20 watts.
20 watts. Okay. There's gonna be some Macs, Quasey, coming out too, and I'm just Mac Studio is getting an upgrade. M4 Max, the M3 Ultra chips. That's what they have now. They're gonna get the M5 Max, and M5 Ultra, Mac Mini, one of the goats for affordable Macs. The kind of started into that. M5, M5 Pro chips. iMac M4 currently to M5 and M5 Plus chips and new colors. New colors, we'll see. MacBook Pro with OLED display. A major redesign towards the end of 2026, Quasey. M6 Pro, M6 Max chips, OLED display, touchscreen, Quasey on a Mac. Dynamic Island, their design.
He's currently rolling in his grave, but okay.
He is tussling and rolling and jumping around, and someone should go check on him. That's all I'm saying, because he vowed this would never happen on a MacBook ever, period. And I still, in my head, don't see the reason to have a touchscreen on a laptop.
Oh, let me tell you why. So I have this professor, right? And this professor, everybody just loves her so much. And this professor, I was in her office, and we were going over my articles for her class. And she goes, "Is this a touchscreen?" Right? Doesn't give me a chance to answer. Starts touching my MacBook screen. I said, "No, ma'am, it's not a touchscreen."
Neat.
Okay. Right? She's like, "Oh, that's unfortunate." Right? Uses the trackpad. Not 4 minutes later, Adam.
Does it
back
again.
to touching
Every
my screen.
time
Oh my goodness.
they identify that it's not touchscreen and think that
Why
within
are we
4
going right back to
seconds
it?
it's just
It's not
going
gonna
right
change.
to be a touchscreen. It's not a
gonna
touchscreen.
change. Like,
Oh man, I just can't stand that. And
So
here's the
I have
thing. You know,
fingerprints
you have
all
to
over
kind
my
of like
phone.
do this and go back and forth with the keyboard and touchpad back up. I
it's
don't
like,
I don't
the,
like
the
it.
keyboard is
I
so much
don't.
closer to me. I don't want to have to go all the way up here. Like,
And then you put fingerprints everywhere. You have to consistently clean it, and I don't like it. I don't like this as an option. Is it going to be the worst thing they add to Mac? No. I think they're put it there because so many people think that it
Just
is
touch-
touchscreen. It shouldn't be.
Steve Jobs.
I don't like that. But I tell you what,
The only
a
reason
lot.
he didn't come back to life and stop it is because of the iPad. It's because people use their iPad like a Mac right now. That's the only reason he's not back.
Well, I mean, he did release the AirPods Max, the new ones. Sorry. But what I'm saying is the iPad Mini is not the only thing that's getting really enhanced this year, and that's the MacBook Pro. Here's what I'll say, though. For a non-OLED display, the MacBook LED is the closest thing that I've seen to an OLED. It's not OLED. Very good job for what they call the Retina display. Very impressed with that. But when you get an OLED on a MacBook Pro, revolutionary is what it's going to be. It's going to be a just bliss experience for everybody. Like this, I can't wait for this, Quasey. I still don't know why they make an iPad Mini water resistant. That still gets me. But back to the MacBook Pro.
Because what if you accidentally splat, like, let's say Quasey's having a really bad day, right? And you know how when you're having a bad day, everything just wants to make your day worse, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm drinking my coffee, I placed it on the flat table. But you know what? All of a sudden, there's a dent in the bottom of my cup. I place it on the flat table. Although the table's flat, my coffee's still falling over because, I'm just having a bad day. It's going to happen, right?
Yeah, but
And then my iPad mini sitting right there, thank goodness, is water resistant.
here's my point. When you go to a Starbucks or another coffee shop, it's okay, a Starbucks especially. It's like an unwritten rule that if you don't have a MacBook there when you're drinking your coffee, you're not a person. That's basically what they say there. So, like, if that's a bigger use case than the iPad Mini getting wet by coffee, Or are they assuming that an iPad mini, you're in like the pool with the little floaty thing that you're sitting on, right? You're scrolling through your feeds of like whatever. I don't know. It just like, my question is, why are they doing that to the iPad mini? I'm not upset they're doing that. It's okay. It's a great thing. But what was their use case and reason why they did that? That's my question. That's what I want to know. Like,
I don't know, but
I don't see little kids at a hotel pool saying, "Mom, I'll bring my iPad in the water with me so I can take a picture of the bottom of the pool." They're not doing that. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I just
a
really
watch,
feel like if
okay.
my kid said that, they would be getting their iPad removed.
Yeah, but the new one coming out, Quasi. Now you don't have to worry about it. It can get wet.
Be getting it removed. What do you mean you're going in the pool with your iPad? Have you lost your mind? You know how much I paid for that iPad?
Just saying. Would you
What
be
are you
less
doing?
upset if it can get wet though? Or you want to bring the shower with you to finish your episode or something? I don't know.
Who's bringing an iPad in the shower? Like, that's actually so overkill. What the heck? Like,
It is, but would it even spark the conversation in your head, Quasi, that if the new iPad is water resistant, that you could?
I mean, you definitely could. It's just like
You could still watch, your show and then still wash your body, and maybe you don't have to wait to finish the episode or something, right? I don't know.
Yes.
Or YouTube video or whatever.
Hey,
I'm just saying, there's more possibilities now with this new enhanced waterproof functionality. Anyway,
did you know that for the price of a Vision Pro, you could buy a used car? That's unrelated, but did you know that
Not
I
a
think
good
I'm just
used
going to buy
car,
a
but-
Vision Pro and then return it? Except I'm going to tell myself I'm going to return it, and then I'm going to own it for like a good 3 days, and then decide that it's never going back.
I don't think you're going to return it.
I
don't think you would.
I know I'm not going to return. Like, people keep telling me that I won't have enough to do with my Vision Pro. Who won't? And let me tell you something. To my older brother, who I know watches this podcast, big bro, right? He told me go get an Oculus.
Well, they're not bad.
Let me tell you something, Adam. The Vision Pro was the first VR headset I've ever put on my head. Right after that, I want to try the Oculus. The Oculus is so unbelievably mid compared to what I had on my face. Right?
Yeah, I'll stop you there.
To seeds. What are we doing?
Here's the difference, Quasi. Spec-wise, visually, and all that stuff, the Vision Pro destroys the Oculus. No questions. The Oculus has one feature the Vision Pro lacks by a great multitude. The ability to play games.
I'm not buying it.
Did you know with the Vision Pro, if you are playing a game, if there is a game for the Vision Pro, I'm not sure if there is.
There's a game. I got to play the Vision Pro.
If you stand up with a Vision Pro or move a little bit too much, you are instantly out of that game into like I can see mode. So you know that, right? You can't like do a walking game or a movement game with the Vision Pro because they don't allow it. It's not intended for a gaming platform as of yet. But like if you're watching a movie or video or an AR experience mode, whatever, it's great for that stuff and great for some apps that it has. But even as we speak right now, it is not good as a gaming VR AR headset. And the Oculus, of all of them, is probably the best. Take that back. Maybe the Valve Index or the new Valve AR/VR headset or the PS1, I don't know what it's called, is probably really good too. I'm just saying though, like for the price point, the Oculus is incredible at that. So just don't knock it too much from that category. Now, if you're gonna watch like a movie and stuff, the Vision Pro is by a great multitude a lot better. Like it just is. And also the price point's like $2,000 less. You know?
You know how much video editing I could get done? I enjoy
it would take you longer to edit on a Vision Pro, guarantee you.
No, because I would use the secondary screen from my Mac. Right?
Okay.
So I'd have the Mac screen and then the secondary screen. And let me just tell you something.
You were never taught, though, during editing class, here's how you edit on a Vision Pro. You're going to have to, it's going to be a big difference, you know?
I don't care.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying it's going to be different.
Oh my
Quasi, I want one too. I'm not saying that. But if you're thinking in your head that you're going to play lots of games on this, you might have one or two games, and that's it.
Honestly, I might never game again after getting it. I'm gonna be Tony Stark in it, you know? And oh my goodness, that's the part I love the most. I felt like Tony Stark. I felt like Iron Man, guys.
Now,
I hate waking
if
up
they
this
bring
morning.
like a AR VR experience to Pokemon games with the Vision Pro,
Absolutely. Actually, maybe not, because there are some really big, really scary Pokemons. You know,
but just know
like,
they're not real.
let me tell you something. I knew the dinosaur wasn't real. Did that
Never
stop
got
me
the
from cowering? No, it
Thing of
didn't.
the dinosaur or the
You just gotta
butterfly.
go multiple times. The butterfly isn't the dinosaur experience.
No, but there must
Hey,
be
let's
three
go
because
this
I didn't get
weekend.
either.
Let's go this weekend.
Yeah, we'll
Let's
see.
sign
I'll
up.
see if I can make that happen, actually. But there's more. Apple TV, HomePod Mini,
That is a thing.
HomePod,
That's awesome.
Home Hub, new name, Home Hub, not HomePad, Home Hub, and smart security cameras and sensors. That's something that's a new category for Apple. And Face ID doorbell.
On a doorbell.
On a
I think
doorbell.
that's really cool, actually.
Is that to unlock your house? That'd be sick.
I think that's really
But here's the
cool.
thing. Here's the issue with that. You had to put the doorbell device up to where your face is. So you gotta
I
go
would assume
down
you do it
to.
before you install it. Like I think it would have.
No,
like,
but
batteries.
okay, it's installed. You want to go walk in your house.
Yeah,
now
you
I gotta
kinda gotta hit one of
bend
these.
down, just unlock it. But now you can't have it so high that a little person can't push the doorbell.
That's
You know what I'm
also true.
saying? What do you do?
I mean, I
What's
guess
the
if you
middle
live
ground?
by yourself,
Or do you get them a ladder? Do you put like a built-in ladder there for that occasion so you don't offend the little people? I'm not trying to make this a big deal, Chris. I'm just asking a good question because I don't want to cause panic.
no,
There's too much panic in the world right now
completely
anyway.
understand that. Completely.
You have to do
Yeah.
the ladder. You really have to, because you could have a little kid too, right? That wants to do it.
This is also
But
true.
is it going to be just
But
one
would you want
face
your little
to
kid
unlock?
to be able to unlock your house with their face? I just feel like they'd want to show that off to all their friends. Next thing you know, you got 7 little children running around your house. Meanwhile, you only have 1 child, right? You don't want that. You don't want that at all.
That's true.
Hey,
An
so
unsanctioned
unrelated,
party.
though. Yeah, an unsanctioned party. You don't want that. Unrelated, though, did you know that we're less than 3 months away from WWDC 2026?
Oh, I know. I'm
Do you know
excited.
some things that we might be seeing in the big WWDC, Adam?
Which we're going to see.
Finally, some upgrades to Siri. Or actually, some rumored upgrades to Siri. Because we know we were supposed to get some upgrades to Siri not too long ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And we got Jack, right? This year,
Yes. And not the old lanterns, Jack.
yes. This year, we're supposedly getting a standalone Siri app. Kind of like how you have the standalone
Good.
Alexa app or the Google app, right? That's a great place to start because you can put your saved chats in there. It's gonna have kind of like a Chat GPT interface, right? That's
I
gonna
don't
be cool
like-
to see.
I don't want OpenAI in there anymore.
No, we're actually looking at Claude or
Gemini.
sorry, not Claude. It's gonna look like Claude, but it's gonna be more of a Gemini based thing. And also, obviously, Siri has some sort of integration with your phone right now. It's going to have more integration, right? It's potentially going to be integrated into the dynamic island, which could be really cool to see. Supposedly, it's supposed to summarize documents. Let me stop you right here, or let me stop myself right here. You know how on the couple years ago in the WWDC, it's like Apple Intelligence is going to be able to summarize the page that you're looking at, and yada, yada, yada. Right? That feature worked for me for about 2 good months, and now it doesn't work anymore. Apple, fix my Safari, because I don't know why it's not working. I'm not happy about it. Not happy at all.
You use Safari on your phone?
I used it on now I don't anymore, because on my Mac, everything's so integrated with Gemini, but I would like for that feature. Yes, I actually do use it on my phone. I constantly use Safari on my phone, actually. It's my default browser.
No, I don't do that.
But I would like that feature to come back and work for me. Okay.
You kind of
moving
skipped
forward.
over the very first point here, Kwesi.
What
Did you
did
already
I
say that?
skip?
The Siri bot.
Yeah, that's the standalone Siri app that I was mentioning.
No,
it's like a chatbot app.
That's a separate point.
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess it is
Kind of
a
same
separate
thing.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be like ChatGPT is the important part.
Is
so
it
the
like-
app is gonna have that interface?
But there's the standalone Siri app and then a separate Siri bot. Is that kind of like the Grok AR, not AR, the avatar chat kind of thing? Is it that?
I do believe that that's what it's gonna be looking like.
I think people were liking that. You know, like let's go
I
back
like
to the
that.
Halo days of Cortana, not where it is now, not this one. Talk about the Halo
offended
one.
me. Oh,
What?
the Halo Cortana. Like
Yeah,
from the
Halo?
game that Cortana was named after, or are you talking about the AI assistant Cortana, who absolutely just might have been a drag on the operating system rather than
No.
a help?
Not the Windows-based Cortana. No. I'm talking about the one in Halo. The one that it's like
You
the
offended me
Grok
for a second.
chat person thing,
Sorry.
whatever it's called. Like, I think I would like Siri to become that in a way. Because, like, in a way, it's interesting that you can chat with Siri. It's one thing. But to see a character somehow more personable in the way, I don't know. I like that a little bit more, just for me.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound like, oh, I'm just talking to a robot voice. Now I'm talking to a character, right? And I don't know. To me, it just seems like it's a better idea. But, I guess in my head, when I think of AI assistant, if I see a character, it's more of an assistant to me. If that makes sense. So I kind of like that concept. And people use that Grok chat bot thing, whatever it's called. I don't know what they call themselves. Whatever. People use that quite often, actually. And it's like, it's a way to just, you can do searching things, ask it things, give it strategies for stuff. So it's kind of a cool little idea. So to see this, I kind of want to see that. I mean, think of like a Memoji kind of character, right? In that sense. Talking to you would be kind of cool to see that, right? It's like a FaceTime call, but not with a person. It's like with this. So I like that, but I want to see more of a Gemini push instead of OpenAI. Not saying OpenAI sucks. Current integration with OpenAI is terrible. I hate that you ask it something, you have to confirm that you want to use this. And I get the reason for that, but just do it. Stop making me do one more extra step to get to content that I need. I hate that. It's like before. Do you want me to search the web? Stop that.
Why would I want
Just
you to search
do
the
it.
web? Do it.
It's like a little kid
Pause.
saying, when you ask the little kid, go take out the trash, and then they say this, do you want me to take out the trash?
You said take out the trash. Do you want me to put it in the trash?
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
it's like you're asking it just to make me mad. You know I asked you this. Why are you confirming this? Just do it. Do the task I want you to do. It'd be like this, like, oh, Siri, unlock my front door. Or, do you want me to unlock your front door? What did I just ask you to do? Anger. Just the anger
sometimes
level.
I'd be like, Siri, turn off location services. Are you sure you want me to turn off location services?
I understand at one point.
Oh my God,
if you want to reiterate what I'm going to send someone a text, okay, that makes sense because you could say something I want you to say, right? I did not say to this person, go jump off a bridge. I'm asking if they want a loaf of bread, Like, that's two different things. That makes sense, Because it gets things wrong so much sometimes, It'd
be actually so bad. Like,
it would be. And what if you told, what if you text your grandma, right? And she was already, upset that the Bears lost or whatever, right? And now she's going to go do that because it said that. Hey, you didn't mean to say this at all. It's a terrible situation. I understand this. What I'm trying to say is this. I want this to be a better Siri integration and a Siri bot that hopefully is like an avatar-based bot would be kind of a cool integration. That's my point.
It'd be really cool to see.
I have hope, Quasi, that with all the feedback and all the discussions that people have had with Apple, that this is their chance to finally make it way better. Like the little animation on the corners is really cool and nice, but the function of Siri is the same. And
You know what,
this
Adam?
is a way that they can actually do better. And it just, to me, it shocks me that Craig Federighi, of all people, approved it to go out. That does not sound like a person that I would say is a lacker of innovation at Apple. You know, he jumps out of planes for an event. It really wasn't him. Just saying that the idea of what he brings to the table, his enthusiasm, what he does as a person, makes me feel like that they came to him, said, "Hey, Craig, what we done in September or whatever, right? Whatever it's going to be," and they said, "Well, by the way, I know it's due tomorrow. I actually only have 4% of it done. Can we just still release it?" And he's like, "You're making it look like a fool here, guys. Like, seriously, do something. What have you been doing? Like, you put down the Xbox controller or whatever and do something." Like, I don't know what the reason is behind it, or if it didn't mean their satisfaction, so they just didn't ship it. There's a lot of speculation behind that, but I'm just saying this. Do not release this and have it be an absolute disaster. We have given you too many years of attempts for this to not be good. This has got to be it. This has to be. You just have to make this good. This has to be the focus of what you're going to do in this event. If it doesn't, I don't know if people have faith in Apple anymore for the Siri aspect. They might actually turn it off, Quasey.
Well, that would really suck for them.
Just saying,
But,
they've had too much time to not make it good now.
It's all right. We'll find out on June 8th if they actually decide to lock in or not.
Sorry for taking that over, Quasey.
No,
I feel
you're
really
completely
bad.
fine. I just have a question.
Yes.
Have you heard what your favorite CEO had to do recently?
Who's your favorite CEO?
Tim Sweeney.
Oh, you the person that's not favorite CEO?
No, your absolute favorite in the world. So,
and the word "had" is really used lightly here. I don't know about "had."
No, he did have to. The legal battles. Sorry, you guys don't know what we're talking about. Epic has to lay off over 1,000 staff members, and the direct reasoning for this is not AI, as some would blame, but it's actually costly legal battles. You know?
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what Tim Sweeney said. So he was like,
he said because of legal
Google,
battles is why he's
AI.
laid people off.
Yeah, the cost of the legal battles is also a significant downturn in Fortnite engagement. But you can only put the rock so many times in the game and expect people to come back. He said the company has been spending more than it earns, and it needs to stabilize its finances. In addition to the high cost of their ongoing legal battles with Apple and Google over those app store fees.
Okay,
that
I gotta pause you here.
I knew you were gonna take it.
Quasey, are you saying that perhaps Tim Sweeney is figuring out that possibly it was an awful financial choice to go up against Apple in a legal battle that shouldn't have ever happened? And here's the thing. I'm not being an Apple sheep here. I'm saying this. It was an absolute despicable waste of taxpayers' dollars to have this court case. If it was Tim Sweeney versus any other company, I would say the exact same thing. Even if it was against, like, Jeffrey Epstein, I don't care. Like, I can't stand this idea of a case that
even against Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm just saying, like, that's how much I would say this doesn't make sense, right? In that aspect, they knew the exact amount of cut Apple takes. They agreed to it, seemingly, and then said, "We don't like this, we're going to sue you." How does that logically make sense for anybody? Number one. Number two, so he's realizing that unnecessary court cases cost them more money than it should. Consider that a fault of your own, not the developers of Fortnite's fault. That's your stupidity that this whole thing happened. And I'm finally glad to see. I have a coworker that loves this game. This is the best game ever. I completely disagree with him. It's just not a good game like it used to be. The whole I was a beta tester and alpha tester of this game before I knew about Tim Sweeney being a jerk-faced bad person. Here's the thing about this. The game is not what it was originally designed to be at all. It was designed to be a like horde kind of you defend your base and things come after you and all that stuff and you defend it kind of thing. And it went to a complete battle royale situation because that's what's so popular at the time and it still kind of is. Here's the thing. The level of chip on shoulder that this guy has is finally coming to an end. And the game is declining because a lack of innovation, a lack of doing good, right? And the whole idea. They bring in these skins and characters, and that's not what people want. They don't want a new skin, or they want something different. Different modes, different things. And it's their fault they're not doing it. People give feedback all the time, and it's not... I just don't think that Fortnite should be as popular as it is right now because they're not innovating. Toys R Us and various other companies, Radio Shack, did not innovate back in the day, and guess what happened to them? They shut down. So I'm saying is like...
I think they shut down. I think Toys R Us isn't in the same...
well, no, they didn't innovate with technology, making websites and all that stuff that were popular and doing good stuff, and it shut down. Same with like Radio Shack and stuff. They had websites, but it wasn't like it should have been for the time period. So it didn't work out for innovation. You have to innovate a game, not just in cosmetics, which is their biggest thing. I see all the time, oh, someone cares from a different game or platform is coming to Fortnite. That's not what people are asking for. They want different ways to play the game, not cosmetics. That's not what makes the game what it is. Now, sure, that's the way they make money from the game is cosmetics for a free game, but at the same time, you gotta do more than just that. It's like how Apple has to be better at Siri integrations and AI. They suck at it right now. So I'm trying to say is this. I think this was a big, disgusting way to do it because guess what? Of those thousands of people that were laid off, Kwesi, what do you do now? That's a good chunk of the staff.
That's a great question. And even one of the employees, I know that this is a little bit off topic, but we did have it in the thing. One of the employees had terminal brain cancer, and he got laid off. He was one of the 1,000 staff. So it's really unfortunate because he couldn't find any life insurance because it was considered a pre-existing condition. But luckily, Tim Sweeney actually did something kind of nice for once. And he announced that
only because of PR.
Most definitely, there was a lot of public outrage. So, you have to respond. And Tim Sweeney apologized for the oversight, and he's helping the family out with their with that, getting that insurance back. In addition to that, every employee will be getting 4 months of base pay and 6 months of continued health care coverage due to severance. And although Tim Sweeney made a mistake, he can definitely bounce back here. It's not impossible to bounce
can't.
Back. No, it's not
okay,
impossible to bounce back.
If the game Fortnite is declining, according to him, right? He's losing faith in what it is currently. He wants to make it better. It is. So if he believes that this game needs a rejuvenation period of its life, how do you do that if the people that make the game are fired? Not all of them, but a good chunk of them. So now you're going to force what is left of the staff, which I'm not sure the number, he does, to work extra hard, even harder than they did before, to make things a lot better. And now you're going to put more stress on them and potentially have a game have more bugs and issues because you let go of most of the staff. Of the 1,000 people, do you know that most of them were like the core main developers, animators, and designers? So you're talking about the good chunk of people that they had are gone. So, Kwesi, that's like this. That's like saying, well, I'm a certain retail store. We're doing great. We have great people on staff. We have great everybody. We're going to fire a store manager, the managers, and the cashiers. We have the stockers still and the people that mop the floors. And we're going to continue doing business. Do you see how stupid that sounds?
Great idea.
That's what he did here. He basically fired a good core people that had been making this game from day one. Then now you get to rehire people because you're going to not make a game as good as it should be with less people. It's just not a good idea. And if you bring people on, they got to catch up with what there is for the core base of the game and how to do the certain style of coding and way they make the game and animations and all that stuff. So now it's going to be either a different game, a lot less popular because of this choice, and just, now you have the community upset that this is happening. So I'm upset for these developers. 1,000 people of a layoff is a huge number in any company, right? It's a lot of people.
Most definitely.
I don't know who's left. Like, is it 500 people? I don't know. What I'm saying is I think it's a treacherous choice, and now I think the game is going to have a big impact because of this very choice. Well, Tim is not known for making good choices in general, so this doesn't surprise me at all. What I'm saying is this, though. This is another stupid move of him, and really, maybe the rest of the Epic Games board should just fire him. Seriously. He could make something great.
Money, though.
Well, now they make a lot more because there's going to be 1,000 less people on payroll. Like, I don't like this. Or they're going to try to put more AI in the game, and then that's their reason for this. I know people have said that, they used these people that they're firing were for game modes that aren't there anymore. But they're used for other things in the game, too. Besides just these other game modes that aren't there really at all anymore. I don't know. I think, once again, we had this guy making a treacherous choice, and I have not heard from Epic Games staff or Tim to come on the podcast and just explain themselves. We've offered this before. I know he knows I can't stand this guy, right? I know that. But you can have an opportunity on this podcast to explain yourself and to give hope back to your community of players and to the gaming community and just people that may have questions. And we're opening that slot up for you, Tim. I don't want him. I don't want some PR manager at Epic Games. I want Tim. And I'll be the most respectful person, I can promise you that. But I'll have questions. And I want you to answer them. And not do a politician answer, if you want to say that. So, not good. I can't stand this. It's not good. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, completely understandable. I'm also...
What's your thoughts, Quasi? I know I took over that completely. I'm sorry. Just this one made me heated.
My heart goes out to all those families because I know what it's like to be laid off. It's not a great experience, and especially like you don't know where you're gonna go work next, right? You weren't expecting to be laid off. Maybe you don't have enough money saved up, right? People have all types of situations. Now that you're laid off, I guarantee you your car is gonna want to break down for no reason whatsoever. I guarantee you that
he
now
didn't
all
care.
of a sudden you got some hospital bills. Mind you, your car was not making this noise the whole time you had a job, but all of a sudden your car has like some sort of knocking every time you get in the car. But I know life kind of sucks right now, so my heart is with you guys. My thoughts and prayers go out to you.
Me too. I feel bad for them.
You guys can, hopefully you guys find a new job, and just be able to still provide for you and your families. I'm really sorry that this happened.
Some of the staff that were let go are posting on Reddit and some other places too, how it's impacting them and then what's going on with that. I hope and pray that other game companies find these people quickly and rehire them, even if it's one or several different places out there, because this to me sucks. I mean, to rely on such a steady income and have nothing, it's hard to always prepare for something like that, right? And it's what's sad is this: there's that stupid golden rule that they say, if you're going to leave the company, you give them 2 weeks notice, but the company never gives you 2 weeks notice and they're going to fire you, So like, I don't believe in that crap anyway. Respectfully, you should do that, but at the same time, it's not fair on the other side. If we're expected to do that, then they should expect to give us 2 weeks notice too, so we can prepare ourselves. And they weren't prepared. That's the thing I'm trying to say here. So I hope that they get rehired very quickly, because I am not saying that the staff of Epic Games to make games sucks. I'm saying that the choices that a certain CEO makes within that company isn't always what it should be. And this is one of them. Great example of this. And maybe if you want to start a useless court case for something that is so ridiculous, this wouldn't happen. And they wouldn't be in so much debt because of this. And it's millions of dollars they spent now at this point. Crazy. Millions of dollars I could live off of right now.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I could do with millions of dollars?
It's a waste.
I'd have a Vision Pro right now.
It's such a waste of money, as I'm trying to say. We have so many other problems in this world, in this country, in this area, to deal with stupid things like that. That's idiotic. That's a first world problem. That's what that's called. Oh, a company's making less money. Feel bad for me. I don't feel bad for you. I don't. I'll stand behind that. And
I think I'm gonna take up insider trading. I know it's completely unrelated.
Just ask a politician. They're great doing that.
Nancy Pelosi, I heard, is
great example.
The greatest at insider trading ever.
You know, I don't like her as a human being because of what she does. But what I will say is,
politician as a human
she
being.
is really on point with doing that well. She's really good at that.
There's a couple.
I'll give her some credit
that I
there.
like my state governor, Mickey Sherrill. She seems really cool.
Here's the problem with state representatives. Even if they have a great idea, they have to get backing from more than just them to make that idea happen. And that's where there's a lot of things that don't happen because there's not like a huge group of senators that want that to happen, you know? That's the issue.
Sure.
That's a problem.
Senators, I feel like, actually, let me not go into...
Well, I'm not trying to get into too much politics.
Political, yeah, you know.
But that's
the
the truth.
Senators are definitely more disconnected from the general population.
That's true. But there are some that have great ideas, and I wish we can see some of those happen.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But there's not a consensus of like agreement to do it. Like you're not going to see them get term limits. We'll be here for
term limits.
The president gets that, but not us. We'll be here for 82
But the president makes sense because back when FDR was president, he won it 4 times in a row, and they were like, "Oh, he's starting to look like a king." I was like,
it should probably happen, right? I'm just saying, like maybe also in Congress, it should not be a career.
Governors can be termed out, and if other people in state legislatures should be termed out, then I think that having representatives maybe turn out after 3 or 4 terms, I don't think that's crazy, and then they can run again the year after. I think
here's a crazy thing:
who actually represent me.
There just might be other people that could do it too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like people been there for longer than like Apple's been a company.
Some of them are just so secure in their jobs that they just don't care what I think anymore.
Well, yeah, like they were there before color. Before color was a thing, they were there.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Bernie Sanders has been in office since I don't even know how long.
Just saying.
Do you know how old Bernie Sanders is?
They're old. Yeah.
But you know, it's fine because Bernie Sanders is still like the top guy in his party. It's not like he's just old as dirt and not listening to anybody. Bernie Sanders actually
that's the thing. Like there are some that are great, but there's not a common consensus. Though that's a problem.
But it's just like how old? I also think there should be an age limit.
Yes.
We're 80 years old, big dog. Go. You got it. Go.
Like if you
retire,
cannot play with Legos because of the age limit, you shouldn't be a politician.
Mind you, the age limit is 99.
Some people have been there for feels like longer than that.
Bernie Sanders.
Sorry, we got way off topic of politics.
2007. Yeah, so don't worry. I will cut the vast majority of this.
No, we can keep some because we weren't trying to pick sides there. We were talking about generalized.
I'm not picking a side. It's just like I just feel like a lot of them have been in
that was a very neutral-based discussion for politics. That's what we did. We did it without any playing too. So I'll say that. That was we can keep that in. That's not bad. Okay, speaking of things that are bad though, crazy. How about the next one with the Sony PS5 prices increasing again?
This was some terrible news I received. I got this news on maybe Friday last week. I saw a video from one of my other favorite creators. His name is Spawn Point. He does all PS5 related content. Well, he does all gaming related content, but he does mostly PS5. I was on his channel, and he was like, "This is horrible news for the PlayStation 5." And I was like, "Oh my God, what are they about to do? Are they about to just cancel my PlayStation Plus?" So I click on the video immediately. Granted, this isn't going to affect me, but PlayStation is jumping in prices, and Xbox is now again cheaper console. You know, it's so in the United States of America, the PS5 is now $649 for the base model. Oh, I guess it's not the base model; it's the Slim because they don't sell the base model anymore. But in the UK, it'll be what does the UK use? It'll be £569. In Europe, it'll be 649 euros. Yeah, you like that? And in Japan, it's going to be 9,980 yen. Now,
well, hold up, 97,000.
Yeah, sorry, 97,000 yen. Right now, let's compare that to the Xbox, which currently is $600. Oh, I lied. PS5 Digital Edition is the same as the Xbox Series X. But the PS5 Slim is going to be $649. The PS5 Digital Edition is $600, which is the same price as the Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series S, which has always been the cheapest console on the market, is $379 right now. Mind you, it released at $250, I think. And then the PS5 Pro, don't even look into getting that. It's not. You're not going to notice that much of a difference, and it's staying near $1,000. I'm just not going to ever tell you to purchase that.
To just clarify this is the price of the Xbox now. The next gen console will be over $1,000, which is going to be crazy.
And it's definitely because of RAM hikes. And you know,
well, yeah,
I'll give it to PlayStation. Right, first and foremost, this isn't going to go into effect until next month.
Still though, man.
Second, they held out as long as they possibly could, right?
No,
yes,
they
did. Remember, Xbox hiked their prices in almost a year ago, dude. Almost a year ago.
No,
so
they did. But how many different increases has Sony done now to the PS5? It's like this is the third or fourth one.
This is the second one. This is the second one since launch.
That's
and
not
they
true.
had to do it due to market conditions. Otherwise, you know how long Sony was operating in the slimmest margins? Okay, so I hear you typing. This is the PS5.
This twice. I stand corrected.
Yeah, I knew it.
Okay.
I knew it off the top of my head.
Well, you are a recent Sony, pleb,
you know.
so
PlayStation is just so much better. And here's another reason why I say that. Let me stop you right there. Let me show you something. Right? Come on this little journey with me. Let me share my screen.
Please do. I will say this while you're doing that. Look up. I can play an Xbox game on the Xbox Game Pass in the cloud without an Xbox console. I can just play it on my phone or whatever. You really can't just do that
shop
at
the
all.
latest. Right? This is Apple.com, mind you. Accessories, right? Let's go Mac accessories, right? Let's say I'm a gamer. I love gaming on my Mac, right? This is chargers and adapters, featured Mac accessories.
What are you trying to look at here, Quasi?
Yeah, there's just not many accessories for Mac, huh? Hold on, I know it's in here. Just bear with me. Let's go accessories, right? Let's go iPad. I'm sure it's in this one. I'm sure of it. Gaming, right? So you have the backbone, right? You have the SteelSeries Nimbus. I've never seen this cracked Neo S widget edition with charging dock. But you know what you do see here? A DualSense wireless controller. Do you know why you see this, Adam?
Why?
Because PlayStation is the most similar out of the two brands to Apple. Right? And I'm just a huge fan of everything working together like how it does, right? And
you can also use an Xbox controller on a Mac.
Yeah, but they're not trying to sell you an Xbox controller, are they?
Well, you see, because Microsoft is Apple's biggest competitor. So who
Apple's biggest competitor?
No. I'm talking about the Mac sector.
Yeah, we were looking at iPads.
I'm saying in general, that is like to them their biggest competitor, right? It's not going to be
Sony's one of their biggest competitors
Chromebooks
too, in terms of Chromebooks.
You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine?
I was saying though, like that's why they're probably
Chromebooks.
not doing that. Sony's not really a competitor really for them at all. That's why they probably partner with
compete
them.
in headphones. The top 2 headphones on the market are the Sony XM6 and the AirPods Pro. Or sorry,
Do you think
AirPods
Apple
Max.
is scared about that like at all?
Yes.
No, that
Well,
should be scared
actually,
about Windows either. But I'm saying like that's more. There's more competition in Windows versus Mac than there is AirPods versus Sony XM5s.
Well, because
or
Windows
XM6s,
owns like 90% of the market share.
which I'm shocked that's the case still because it's so much worse than it used to be.
My
I used to
goodness,
like
let me tell
Windows a
you.
lot more.
That's what I'm saying. I
Windows-
grew up having both, and I preferred Windows because I could play a lot more games on it. And
You still
Sony is
can,
currently,
but
I just want to put it out there. Sony is currently the dominant leader in the global premium headphone market, holding approximately 18% share.
that's probably
Which
very
is,
true. Yeah,
You know,
not saying that's not the case.
That's
they're
higher
good.
Than whatever Apple's holding.
and they're good. What I'm saying is though, that's probably why. And like, if I'm not mistaken, let's hold the phone here.
Hold it.
I have definitely seen Xbox controllers in an Apple store.
I think you might be mistaken. Let's Apple accessories. Let's just type in Xbox to the Apple store. Yeah, it's just the backbone that you can get. Dude, you were like slamming your keys. It is the funniest sound ever.
Yes, there is the Xbox controller at a physical Apple store.
I just don't believe that.
There is. I have 100% seen like a lot, and I've seen the ones from Sony too. Not denying that. But you were the one who told me you must have alien hands to use a controller from PlayStation.
I take it back. my
Wasty.
my opinions have changed. You know, as my hands have morphed around, like my hands still look the exact same, mind you. But
You had
I'm
to
realizing
conform.
it's not the most ergonomically pleasing, but the features that the controller has are the best features in any controller on the market.
Best.
Adam, I'll bring my PS5 to work coming up, and I'll let you just hold, like I'll put you on Astro's Playroom so that you could just feel what's going on. Like I think you haven't experienced it. It's so cool.
You know,
Dude, I'm playing Battlefield 6, right?
let's go off a little tangent here.
Okay.
You know, with the recent announcement from Sony saying that, we did bring our games to Steam and other platforms, that's ending. It's just going to be now on Sony only.
That's great news for me.
How dare you as a company?
Yeah, my brother was so upset. he was so upset.
Come on, like, I don't have a PS5, but I want to play
Yeah,
Spider-Man,
that
for instance,
sucks.
right?
You wanna
And
play Dispatch?
now it's not
That
going to
was
be
a
on
PS5
Steam.
exclusive.
And I don't like that choice. And I know people are going to argue about, well, Xbox is putting it on Steam because their Xbox is going to cease to exist soon. No, they're not. They're just not. They're expanding what they're doing as a corporation to allow you to play the games on different platforms. What a good concept. I'm a developer. If someone doesn't have a PS5, I can still play a game. Or Xbox play a game. That's what they should do. Let's not limit the way you can play the game. Because I said before, I don't want to buy a PS5 and then the game to play the game. Maybe I already have an Xbox or I have a PC and I can play on that. Because we both know that playing a game that is on PS5 on PC might be a better experience because I can go ultra high settings for the quality of the graphics and shaders and all this other stuff.
that's the only part that's a better experience. Or you could
But
shell
now
out
we're gonna take it
$900
away.
to get you a PS5 Pro.
Not as good as a computer.
Waste your money.
We had this big discussion back in the day that PC is way better than Xbox and all that stuff, right? Whereas all those people having, this being the case. Now they're all quiet. They're all quiet because now
Well, they're all quiet because they can't afford RAM.
No, but they may already
They
have a
can't afford
PC
the
that's
RAM.
ready to go. So I'm saying that choice is dumb. Don't like it. Don't like it.
So back to what we were saying. The real reason about this, the reason that Sony had to increase their cost, though, was because of the national RAM crisis, in addition to other things like GPUs are going up in price as well.
Yep.
Not great. Stop using AI. Actually, don't even stop using AI. Stop using AI for the video generation, please. People are losing their water pressure because of this. We do not. Let me tell you guys
it's
something.
a problem.
You do not need to make those videos that bad. Please, I'm begging you. Stop using it.
It's only increasing, though. That's the thing with AI right now. There's just so much happening with AI.
They just had a tiny drop in RAM prices.
Well, we did see that, Quasi. So let's discuss that. DDR5 RAM shows a rare drop amidst the shortages of RAM right now.
$439, and now it's at $379.
That's a pretty good drop. Not a big drop.
Why now?
But we're not seeing an increase to 1,000, or something like that.
This is true.
And this is a Corsair, which is really good too, because Virtual stopped doing stuff. So Corsair is probably my next pick. That's for 32 gigs of RAM. That's pretty decent. And, it's not horrible. It's getting better. So we're seeing that there could be some adjustments very soon. And maybe we'll see the Valve console come out, Deck's back in stock, and Deck 2 come out within the next couple of years. I mean, here's the issue. It comes down to it. Like, when are we going to see consoles like the Xbox and then Sony, even Switch, also be out of stock because of this? Because at some point they're going to be affected as well, and that's going to be an issue. Because, I mean, that's partially why Steam Decks and handheld gaming is so popular too, because they can't afford to put a beast of a computer in front of them to play a game. That's another reason for it. So, man, it's a weird situation that we're at. But we're finally seeing some relief with this. And, I heard some rumblings with AI data centers that there's like a bill being proposed, at least, that they had to make their own electricity and their own resources to power the data center. And I like that concept because they can definitely afford these big companies. But I don't know if they can make that happen as fast as they needed to. Because AI is just getting more and more.
Didn't Google buy a
power company?
Was it Google?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody bought one.
Yeah. I'm like, just do solar and wind and whatnot that you got to do, and hydroelectric and stuff like that to power it. And don't use water, use electricity, and get some ACs cranking in there or whatever you need to cool it down.
Dude, I don't think AC is going to be able to cool it down, but a power plant, AC is not going to be able to cool it down. But
No, not a power plant, the AI data centers. And an AC at some point can. You turn that thing on like it. All you gotta do, Quasi, is go to any hotel, take their ACs.
Take that AC away. I promise you, it'll power the entire thing.
Done. The first thing I do in a hotel, unless it's the winter time, is I crank that to as low as it can possibly go, because I have no worry
it's freezing in that room.
of the cost of that electric bill at all, like I would my own house. Those would seriously cool down hell. I mean, they're just that cold.
At least a couple degrees. And hell is huge. All right? Tell you something.
I'm just saying, those are some of the best ACs you'll ever use, ever. They're always loud and obnoxious, I get that, but the cooling factor of them is really good. Yes. So, I want to bring this up too. With price increases, we see this too. Did you not see that? This is a side topic that was not in the show notes, Quasi. That Netflix once again increased their prices.
Oh, fun. I love when Netflix does that because I don't have to pay.
It's like, yeah, I know. Just 1 second. I just dropped something. I'm back.
Guys, he dropped something.
I'm back. Now, it's not a major increase in prices, but, still, it's more than it should be.
Still an increase, which is an increase.
I mean, they're investing $20 billion in 2026 to the content. I get that. But you can't tell me that what you're charging now is not enough. That's insane. $27 a month for a premium no ads. $19 a month for no ads. Standard. That's like standard quality. and then $9 a month for with ads. Do you realize, Quasi, that Netflix used to be $7 a month with no ads when it first started?
Yeah.
And now we're at more than that with ads.
Gone are those days.
I wonder how many people actually pay for the ads with payment, because that's atrocious.
I don't even know why you would do that.
To save money. That's literally the only reason for it.
I mean, I guess.
That's it. But because it's like 9 or 20. That's insane. And their premium, their 4K, despicable 4K. The most obnoxious 4K. That's the 4K of Tim Sweeney made 4K. That's what that is. So awful. I'll never forget having their 4K package in Netflix. They just kept going from prices, and I'm like, wait a minute here. This is treacherous. And within the day, Quasi, they said, you have Seinfeld in 4K. And I caught them in a lie. I could have sued them, by the way.
I caught them in a lie.
I did, because I watched it side by side. I could tell it wasn't 4K. It was 1080p upscaled, and they had the mezzanine file. For those of you who do not know, that's the raw file from the studio. They have that to make it true 4K, better than disc quality. And they failed to do that, and they advertised it as 4K Seinfeld. And it's 1080p upscaled. That's what TVs do, Quasi. And they charged for that. Charged extra for that. Paid millions to have 4K Seinfeld, and did nothing with it.
It's absolutely crazy.
That's when I canceled my Netflix subscription.
The same day?
Yes.
Just absolutely not dealing with it.
And it was the day after my plan renewed. That's how much I was upset about it. Got the money back.
Oh, wonderful.
Unfortunate for them for being despicable human beings and doing something like that. You're investing $20 billion into content. Make your 4K worth my time. And stop doing what you're doing with your 4K. It's like a 12 gig file for 4K. That's not 4K. DVDs were 7 to 8 gigabytes. Now your 4K is 12? That's
Blu-ray.
bad.
What was Blu-ray?
Blu-ray is about 22 to 26 gigs per movie. Depends if it's 2 hour or 3 hour movie. Like a 4K UHD disc now is about 60 to 150 gigs in file size. That's what 4K is. Game of Thrones. Let's put this in perspective. Game of Thrones, 4K episodes from HBO, is 32 to 33 gigabytes. For an episode, that's an hour, Quasi. Yeah. And most of that hour is the intro. I get that. But what I'm saying is this. It's 33 gigs. And Netflix is about 12. Do you see the difference in quality? How can they sit there and say this is 4K? And it might not even be 4K. It might just be upscaled. 1080p. It could be what you're paying for the standard plan, but they upscale it to 4K. If they did that with Seinfeld, why would they do it with the original content? Ooh, I feel a lawsuit coming on. Not for me, but for somebody else, though, maybe. Seriously, that to me, it's false advertising. It's just not. It's not cool. Why would they do that? That's just. They could do better. They choose not to. That's my point. All right, let's go to App of the Week and Product of the Week really quick, because...
All right. Would you like me to start? Or?
Yes, please.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, my App of the Week this week is going to be the Arby's app. And you might be like, Quasi, who eats Arby's? First off, watch yourself, all right? Let me tell you something. Don't you ever diss Arby's again in your life, all right? When I was younger, Arby's was there for me. They had this dollar menu from 2 to 6 p.m., and we used to go there and get Arby's. Let me tell you something. My mom, on a budget, was able to feed 7 children at Arby's. All right, so you watch yourself. Also, the curly fries are amazing. But
I really like Arby's.
Is
there someone saying Arby's is not good?
Yeah, actually, I hear all the time on the internet that Arby's is no better than the Chum Bucket. Watch yourself. All right, don't you ever say some stuff like that again.
Who is saying that?
People on the clearly never stepped foot in an Arby's. Like, it's not Long John Silver's, people. Arby's is an actual decent quality restaurant. You know, I've actually never seen a Long John Silver's. I've never
There
seen
used to be one in town here, Quasey. Let me tell you this. It's not
It doesn't
anymore.
exist anymore. Like, Long John Silver's is not a real place. Anyway, yeah, so the Arby's app, when you download it, you get a free roast beef and cheddar. Right? I recently downloaded the app. And let me tell you something. I was about to, I got back to my apartment. I just got the $7.99 box, the meat and 3 box, which comes with a sandwich of your choice. And then, so I got the crispy chicken sandwich because obviously Arby's has the best buffalo chicken sliders ever. So obviously their chicken sandwich is going to be really good. Let me tell you something. It rivals Chick-fil-A. All right? It's a really good chicken sandwich. It comes with some mozzarella sticks, a peach cobbler roll, and then the curly fries, right? And I was sitting there. I was about to eat my roast beef, and then my roommate comes over. Apparently, he hasn't eaten all day. Just my luck. He says, "Are you going to eat that?" I guess not. So he ate my roast beef and cheddar. But it's okay because I spent $0 on it. Go download the app. Go get you a free roast beef and cheddar. You have to have a purchase of $3, but it's $3. Get you the fries that you were going to have with that roast beef and cheddar.
I like Arby's.
That's my app of the week.
It's quite good.
Oh, yes, it's delicious.
It's not really a competition for what they offer primarily, right? They don't just...
Did you know... have you ever seen their meat mountain? Hold on. Let me just...
Did you know that Arby's purchased Subway?
No.
Did you know
No,
that?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Let me show you this sandwich right here. Now, this is something I would not personally eat simply because I feel like it would make me sick. But this is the meat mountain. And as you can see, it's got chicken, ham, roast beef, just a lot of stuff. I guess that's not even chicken. I guess that's a fish fillet.
My goodness. How tall is that in real life, I wonder?
Yo, it is a good, 6 inches, bro. It's large. This is...
how do you take a bite? You gotta take 2 bites to get to the top, I think, right?
So actually, you have to unhinge your jaw, right?
Or...
and then only after you've unhinged your jaw, you push the top up, right? And then you gotta kind of just... You know what I mean?
What you have to do really is get a vise too, like the vise they use to clamp things down and compress like a zip file, and then from there you can take a bite.
You might have to put in a hydraulic press because I just don't understand how anybody can put that in their mouth.
It's like one of those things you see at like a recycling place they smash cars in.
Yeah,
only that could do it. Maybe you clean off first, right? But after you do that, obviously, then you can do that, or you do a CPR compression on it. And then, after 2 or 3 of those, you can get... But wow, that's not messing around. That's got to be a pound and a half or more of...
Dude, it's a lot of meat. You will not be eating for the rest of the day kind of meat.
Man, that's a lot. Yeah, they're going pretty good on that one. So
yeah,
that's pretty crazy. Well, any case, let's do this. Let's talk about my at the week.
Let's hear it.
And, I'm just going back to a good time, Quasey, of Minecraft. Did you know, fun fact, I probably never told you this before, but the first location I played Minecraft is actually on my phone.
Really? You played Pocket Edition?
I did. Just because I wanted to try it before I bought the game. Because it's good amount of money. It's not.
Yeah, they did have a little trial back in the day.
No, I just paid for it. Just the full-on $7, whatever it was, right?
Had a trial. Why would you?
There was no trial.
They had a trial.
No, this was not. This is probably pretty close to when it first came out on Pocket Edition. So it's okay, because that's why I played. I went in creative mode just to get the mechanics down. Then I started playing survival. What a great experience that was. So I'm just going back to the nostalgic days of Minecraft. And now I would play for sure on Java more than I would anything else. But it's also fun from time to time to play on this with a controller or just using the touch controls too. So my app of the week is Minecraft.
Oh, wonderful. Now, Adam, I did notice that the app or the product of the week that you linked may or may not be the exact same one that you did last week. I don't know if that was intentional or.
Is it really?
But, yeah, it's most definitely the same one that you linked last week. But my product of the week this week is going to be, what did I say? Hold on, I have to go find it, guys. Give me approximately 22 seconds. Oh, it's this NFL Echo Dot bundle. And, I actually linked this because I was upset with it. Because I really wanted to get this, right? Because, hold on, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Share screen.
I'm going to retain my product of the week to be the same, by the way, too.
Okay.
So I don't feel bad about that.
They have this limited edition Echo Dot, which comes with the NFL helmet stand. So, like, you'll get this little circular Echo Dot, which, if you have Prime, you get Alexa Plus, which is really cool. But they have this, right? And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. Let me get this in the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Because that's my favorite team. They don't have it. It's one of two teams that they don't have. And that's actually why I linked it. Because if you're a fan of the Chicago Bears, you can go ahead and get you a Chicago Bears one, right? Let me show you.
Ooh, I like that.
This is really cool, right? If I was a fan of the Carolina Panthers still, like how I was when I originally started watching football because of Cam Newton, that'd be really cool to have, But as an Eagles fan, just because I grew up in Philly, right? It'd be nice to have an Eagles one. So Amazon,
well, maybe they didn't get
Jeff Bezos.
They probably didn't get the rights to use it. That's probably what it is.
So how do they get every other NFL team then? Hey Jeff, let me ask you a question, big dog.
Well, they have to still get the okay from the team itself. I don't think the NFL can just sanction it.
I just really I don't think that that the league should be preventing them from doing such a thing. I really feel like my team owner Jeffrey Lurie should be actually, let me talk to both Jeffrey Lurie and Jeff Bezos right now. Jeff.
But I'm saying, what if the specific team is not allowing it, but the NFL might allow it for merchandise? I don't know how that kind of works for licensing. I'm guessing there's like a two-parter because it's an NFL logo and stuff plus the team, the league.
I
don't know. Are you going to get it, though?
If the second they come out with the Eagles one, it's on my desk.
Why?
Why?
I'm going to ask.
This is cool. This is so cool.
The idea is so cool. But that it's an Echo, though? They listen to what you say all the time?
I love the Echo. I have an Echo in my place right now.
You should
I don't have a
from your
HomePod.
place.
Why? The Echo is so much better than Siri. Alexa is so much better than Siri.
But they consistently listen to what you say at all times. You know that, right? It's part of their privacy policy.
Yeah, that's why it's in the living room where I don't talk about all the bad stuff, like how I'm gonna.
I would put in the bathroom so they can hear some bad sounds and maybe don't want to listen to it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Like right after a Taco Bell dinner. Then you put in the bathroom.
Oh, that's just cruel. That's just so cruel.
No, if they're gonna be the ones who want to listen to my conversations without me knowing about it, then they can get some of that.
They don't have the Giants
constantly.
either. It's like
there's got to be a reason for it. I don't know why. It's a good question.
But yeah, if you're an NFL fan, go ahead and cop one of these. I think it's really cool. So Adam, your app, or sorry, not your app, your product. Same one from last week.
So
let's
it's the same one from last week. The reason why
I
put
could
it back
paste,
because
really cool. I guess not.
I actually now own one, and this exact one actually. And here's the thing: I will update you on something that I was not aware of. So it literally says on this page on Amazon that it does not have app support. That would be incorrect. Literally, it does have app support, and their documentation that they give you shows it has app support, but the website here and their own website says it does not. So I will just let you know that is absolutely incorrect. But unlike coolers that are just electric, well, I will explain exactly why in a minute here. So these are going to be used. It's a full-blown cooler refrigerator, and not like some that are just all electric and cool your stuff. Okay, this has a compressor in it like a refrigerator does. Can also get to freezing temperatures too, so -4 up to 68 degrees. And when I can tell you this thing is absolutely insane, I'm just not kidding, because it took 20 minutes, Quasey, from room temperature to get to 33 degrees. That's insane.
Really?
That's my own testing of it. It's also, there's no battery in it, which doesn't have to have battery. What I'm trying to get is this. This also has the ability to run 24/7, like an actual refrigerator would be. So you can use it for like carryover if you run out of room in your refrigerator. People use these for dorms, for apartments, and for travel and trips and stuff like that. But you can keep it always plugged in. And that's what it's kind of intended for. Now, what they're saying, though, is if you're going to use this, make sure you plug in 2 hours before you put something in it if it's not already plugged in. It just is pretty wonderful. It has a DC outlet plug or an AC that you can unplug and just use it. And you asked why you want to use an app. Well, here's a great reason for it, Quasey. Maybe I'm not in the room that's going to be in, or it's in the back of the car, and I really can't, at a stoplight or if I'm parked, I want to go out and just check it to make sure it's at temperature. Well, now I can go into the app with Bluetooth range and see a temperature where it's currently at. If there's any, faults with it, like if it's not open or closed properly or plugged in or whatever, and see the current temperature, and I can make those adjustments from their app. And I gotta say, it is blowing up on TikTok like so much. They are sold out like crazy. They're selling out everywhere else. And it's not a bad price, Quasey. For this massive thing, it's 53 quarts here. They have other sizes, and just so you guys know, it's like $15? It's pretty good. This is good for camping, for going on, a boat or whatever, and keeping things cool. So we're going on a trip in goodness, I'm trying to think of the month. It's July. And this is going with us for sure. And I'm excited for this. And it's really, really nice. I just got to say, like, using it, it's far better than I thought it was going to be. And I'm just excited to use it for its intended purpose. And it's just really, really nice. So that's my product of the week. So I said it last week, I know, because I got it, but I didn't have it yet. But I'm going to put it back there this week because now I have it. And I could say nothing but great things. And literally, it's like 4.4 out of 5 rating. That's a good rating. Wonderful. Right? That's and TikTok amazing, people actually are like going insane and saying they've had it for years. And it's really, really good. And I know I'm hyping this up like crazy. I'm just saying it's really nice to have. And just think about this. Not even for a trip or like a boat or whatever, right? Like for me, when I go to Costco, it's like an hour and a half away. So now I could put cooler or fridge things in here. I said cooler, fridge things or freezer things in this and keep them at temperature like it's supposed to be during my travel back. And that's really, really cool, I think.
Yeah, it definitely sounds pretty cool.
That is my product of the week. And I promise you next time I'll have a different product. I'm not going to say like, oh, now here's a 32 quart one. I'm going to be doing something completely different. I'm sorry, guys, but I've had about this like a lot, so.
All right, well, Adam, we're currently at a minute and 47 seconds of, that's not even a minute, an hour 47 minutes of, or hour 48 minutes now of recording time. A lot of editing to do.
It's okay.
Right? Especially
that's okay.
But
here's what I'll say.
Let's hit the one more thing segment anyway.
Let's do that. As Quasey mentioned, today is our last episode of season one. So we're going to go in season 2, the very next episode. And I just got to say, Quasey, it's been a glorious time doing this podcast. Now, don't think that we're trying to say we're quitting here. We're not pulling a Sam Cole and John
No,
Cross.
I'm actually quitting today, actually. Like, this is no joke.
I'm just saying that this
I'm sorry.
This has been an incredible podcast. And I'm so happy that I'm still a part of this and we're doing this. It started out as an idea and we're here now. So I'm just excited for season 2. We have some things planned. We had to delay some things that we had planned for season 1 ending because of just our current views are down a little bit, and we're working on changing that. But we have some big things planned. We are doing the giveaway, as Quasey was mentioning. So we are extending that until Sunday, from what Quasey said. So just know that it's been such a great ride, and I just can't wait to continue doing it for another whole entire year and then more to come. So thanks, guys, for watching us. Thanks, guys, for giving us our feedback and, just being a part of this community. It's just been so great. So I'm thankful, and I cannot wait for season 2.
Yeah, and if I could just add to that, guys, it takes a lot of time to do every episode. We record for at least an hour. Editing takes at least 3, right? But every week, I'm happy to do it because we get to interact with you guys, right? Not every week somebody leaves a comment or something, but when we do see those comments, when we do see that engagement, honestly, if even one person were to listen to this podcast every week that wasn't my dad, I'd feel great. Hey, Dad, I'm not saying that to diss you, Dad. I love you. I really appreciate you being my number one supporter in this podcast. But yeah, just for everybody who listens, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Because genuinely, it's demoralizing sometimes. But then I'll go on TikTok, I'll see that we have a lot of engagement there. I'll go on YouTube, I'll see that people are commenting, people want to interact with us. So really, guys, genuinely, thank you so much. You guys have made this an awesome experience for me, and I know the way I'm saying it's making it sound like I'm out of here. I'm not. I promise you. I'll be right back here next week. I promise. I just can't wait to see you guys. But also join the giveaway, right? The reason I'm doing the giveaway is because I just love you guys. You know what I mean? I can't say anything else. I love you guys. Right, and we want to give back to you guys because you guys have given us so much already, right? You guys have given us your time, which is honestly one of the most important things. Time is, you only have a limited amount of time on this earth, and you chose to spend it with us. So thank you guys so much. It really means the world to us.
Really appreciate that. And tell your friends about it, too. And, we want to be more engaging with our audience, too. And we're trying our best on TikTok and stuff. I know last week there was no post with TikTok.
Yeah, we had a lot of issues last week. You might have noticed that the video came out dang near 12 o'clock Central. Yeah, the Wi-Fi at the school just completely went out.
We had some issues, and I was editing the short form and stuff, and we had issues with just posting TikTok. The API was just down for 2 days, and my timer was up. It was literally on Friday, so it's I'm not even going to bother at this point. But we did post on YouTube and Instagram, and that's it, I think. Besides that, so it was other places too. And we appreciate you guys' comments and feedback, and we're going to do our best to this week get those posted so you can see that upcoming till Friday. So yes, thanks guys so much, and we have a exciting season 2 planned for you guys, and we'll just kind of go from there. So all right, thanks everybody. We'll see you in season 2, the very next episode. Thank you so much again. Have a fantastic week.
All right, bye guys.